In this video, I'm going to be taking you through what a typical day in the life is for me as a part-time entrepreneur. Whenever I meet someone new or have the opportunity to talk about myself, a lot of people are surprised to know that I don't do content creation full-time. In fact, being a self-development and productivity nerd is just a side thing for me. Unlike a lot of my creator friends and probably some creators that you know, I have a full-time job. The most common question I get is, how do you make time for everything? That's why I want to take you through every single part of my day as a person who works 40 hours a week in an office and balances having a side business as well as a relaxing personal life. I'm going to break my day into 4 different parts and let you in on the optimizations and the systems that I rely on to do 2 jobs worth of work in one day, pretty much every single day without losing my mind. First up, the coveted morning routine, which actually starts the night before. And I know it makes me sound and probably look like a middle schooler, but setting my stuff out that I want to wear tomorrow 12 hours before it even happens is just one of the things that helps me optimize my morning routine. So this is what I'm wearing tomorrow. I'll take you through it. Underwear, duh. Socks, of course. T-shirt, what are you, crazy? Simple sweatshirt, pants. That's it. This goes right here, right next to the shower, so that all I have to do is wake up in the morning, shower, put on clothes, and get to work. Now, I'm all set to go to bed. The last thing that's left to do is wake up at
5:47 a.m. It's too early. This time should be illegal. Here's a pro tip. Shower in the dark. It's just nicer. Don't do a cold shower. I think those are a farce. Wake up a little bit. It's all good. Start the day. Okay, here we are. The Iron Paradise. As The Rock would say, probably. Anyway, this is my deep work session. It's about 6 a.m. I've got about 2 hours now to get whatever work done I can on my own personal brand, on Instagram stuff, on YouTube stuff. Typically, these mornings are filled with writing these YouTube videos. But this morning, because this is a little bit of a different video, it doesn't really require a whole lot of scripting, I'm gonna be working in Notion to organize a little work sprint that Liam, who you'll meet later, has set up for us. So this is just a sort of lock in, put a playlist on, kind of work mode time. Hey, it's still early. I don't got all the words yet. Let's get to work. I've committed myself to being a part-time entrepreneur, which means I need to either find or make time to do the other stuff that I love. And if that means waking up early, it's a sacrifice I am begrudgingly willing to make. Okay, just like that, 2 hours later, baby. Got the Notion stuff done that I wanted to. Got the channel art done, which is now up on the channel. You should be able to see it now. And I brainstormed on the next video. I don't really know what it is. So now this is usually the point in time where I'd start getting ready to go. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably don't know that I work for a small business called Portland Gear. It is a regional clothing brand that focuses on helping people show their pride for the city of Portland through apparel and community events and collaborations. I met my now boss back in 2015 as I was graduating high school down at this open air market in Portland called the Saturday Market. I looked over and I saw the logo for Portland Gear, which is a P with the shape of Oregon in it, and I immediately fell in love with it, and I walked up and introduced myself. Marcus introduced him and his only employee at the time, Eli, as 2 people that just wanted to help share their love for the Rose City through clothing, and I immediately just wanted to be a part of it. So I stuck around and showed up to every single event from that day forward, and that was almost 10 years ago now. Fast forward to when I graduated college, Marcus actually called me the day after I walked across the stage to receive my diploma. He said, hey, can you come in tomorrow? And I said, what's up? And he said, I'll tell you when to get here. I ended up showing up, and on the spot, he offered me a job. So I feel incredibly blessed and thankful and very lucky that I was able to directly walk into the workforce the moment I graduated college, which is, I think, probably a dream for most people who spent a bunch of money on a degree. So that's just a little brief overview of how I got to the position I'm at today at the company that I work at. Hey, just like that, made it to work. Typically after I arrive, I plan out my day using Todoist and the Dart system, which I've made a video on that I'll try to link in a card here. And then after everyone arrives, we'll circle up to see what everyone's got on their plate and to see if we can help each other out. I think one of the things that makes it possible for me to be a part-time entrepreneur is the autonomy that Portland Gear gives me. Working creatively at Portland Gear gives me inspiration for the stuff that I do outside of Portland Gear and vice versa. Is it busy? Yes, but it's also very rewarding, having so much control over how I work. After our morning meetings, my morning is filled with working with Liam on Facebook ads, creative planning in Notion, and editing videos. By the time 12 o'clock rolls around, it is lunchtime. What's for lunch?
Slop? Is it JoJo?
JoJo, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Yum.
Not what I was thinking about.
What'd you get, Z?
Are you making a day in the life video?
Yeah.
You know what a BLT is?
Sure. Typically, the path of an entrepreneur is pretty lonely, which is why, as a part-time entrepreneur, I'm thankful that I can have lunch and spend some time with my team. Okay, who am I here with?
Zach Dean, call me Z.
Okay, what do you do at Portland Gear?
Zach of all trades, but
And what is your all-time favorite part about working at Portland Gear?
all-time favorite part. The free clothes are nice. Okay. The ability that we can be relaxed, but then also serious at the same time, I think is cool. Like we have a really good work dynamic.
Who am I here with today?
Zach Dean.
Wait a minute.
My name is Wookie, and I design products for Portland Gear.
What's your favorite part of working at a brand like Portland Gear?
For me, it's the process, less about the product. Obviously, the product has to be good, but the process is what I really enjoy with Portland Gear.
Okay, who am I here with?
Liam.
All right, what do you do at Portland Gear, Liam?
I work in digital marketing.
What's your favorite part about working at Portland Gear?
How casual it is and how it feels like we're all just friends discussing stuff.
Yeah. Okay, who am I here with?
You're here with the guy that spilled on a sample shirt and now it's ruined. My name is Marcus and I'm the owner. I'm Sean's boss.
Owner of Portland Gear. Met me when I was 14 or 15.
You're only 16 now.
I'm only 16 now. What's your favorite part about being a small business owner in Portland and working with the team that you do?
I like the full freedom to create and do whatever I please.
After lunch, it's back to work. A lot of times we'll save more creative meetings for after lunch, but other than that, we're all pushing through to get to that 4:30 mark. Hey, that's a wrap on work, folks. Time to go work some more. As 4:30 starts to roll around, me and the rest of the team will start packing their stuff up and getting ready to leave work. The short walk home is a nice way to reset my brain and sort of get ready for the next session of work, which is a majority of my evening. I learned to really look forward to those walks because it's a time where I'm not staring at a screen, whether it's my computer or my laptop. Typically, I'll get home around 4:45, and that time is fairly critical for me to have a little recharge and a little relax. You may notice that throughout my busy morning and afternoon, I've intentionally peppered in these little breather moments, which I think is essential to the whole part-time entrepreneurship thing. It's like coming up for air before diving back in. One of those moments for me recently is cooking. It's something that's not really directly related to me being an entrepreneur, but it's still a very productive action that allows me to turn my brain off for a little bit. Okay, my friends, it is that time of the night. It is time to lock in. This is where the part-time really comes out to shine. So I make time, and Liam makes time in the evenings. And we've sort of been doing this routine now for, realistically, a year and a half. We started building this course, which is my main revenue driver for the business, in November of 2022, which is crazy. All we do is hop on a little Google Meet, and we go through stuff. So that's what's gonna happen now. Normally I don't have salad, but this is a nice addition. Kind of like what I was saying at the beginning, find time to squeeze in the essential work that gets you 1% closer to where you want to be is essential if you are committed to being a part-time entrepreneur. And I'll tell you right now, having friends in the space that are also part-time entrepreneurs and just as committed as you is one of the most amazing things and best experiences that I couldn't recommend more. These evening sessions are a great way to bookend my day with a little more deep work, as well as plan what my day looks like tomorrow. But the most important part about part-time entrepreneurship is the boundaries that I set between work and leisure. So between the time I wake up to the time I'm clocking out after these evening sessions with Liam, it's been about 14 to 16 hours of hard work. And that is including my full-time job. That's why I look forward so much to my evenings, which is a time that I can completely shut off. And to be honest, it's something that I'm constantly working on. The biggest misconception, at least for me, about being an entrepreneur is that you have to work all the time. And while that is true for a lot of entrepreneurs, being a part-time entrepreneur that has a full-time job that I spend 40 hours a week at, it's not realistic for me to constantly have my brain on. I think it's such a misconception because of how much I see other people working and how much I see my peers constantly being entrepreneurs every single second of their day. And a lot of times what I have to remind myself is that my situation, and probably your situation, is very, very different, if not completely different from the next person that you're comparing yourself to. Working hard is great, but knowing how to unplug and when to unplug, I think, is even more important. One of my favorite ways to unplug and unwind at the end of a long day of work is to just sit on the couch and watch great
Grey's Anatomy with my partner, Lexi. It is my favorite television show of all time, and you can't say anything bad about it. It is not only to take a break, but it's to ensure that I'm as recharged as possible for the next day, which is a full entire day of working from the moment I wake up, basically till the moment I get home and continue to work. There's no other feeling quite like waking up and loving what you do every single day. From what I understand, that's a pretty rare thing for a lot of people, which is why I feel fortunate to be in the position that I am by having two jobs that I absolutely love. One, working for a small business and creating things for the city of Portland, and the other, working for myself and building a life and a future that I'm truly excited about. I love both jobs so much that I found a way to do both of them in a way that's fairly balanced, productive, and healthy. So that's a day in the life of me, a part-time entrepreneur. Hopefully that answers the question of how I'm able to fit so much into a single day and maybe spark some ideas of your own. For now, I'm off to get some more work done, and maybe you should be too. Or if you're unwinding, that's okay too. It's your life. Be sure to watch another video of mine if you're interested, and with all of that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. And remember, keep scrolling mindfully.